caffeine buzzing in my veins. Lines of code are flickering, I'm losing track of my brain. Forgot a semicolon, now the program goes insane. But I'm loaded on adrenaline, so bring on all the pain. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with delight. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. Reboot after reboot, yeah, it's wearing me down. But I crank the volume higher, let the pop-punk sound drown all the warnings and the debug logs that swirl around. I'm on the edge of mania, but I'm not backing out. Reboot after reboot, yeah, it's wearing me down. But I crank the volume higher, let the pop-punk sound drown all the warnings and the debug logs that swirl around. I'm on the edge of mania, but I'm not backing out. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. Armed with energy drinks, I'll dance with delight. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. I've typed 1,000 lines, I've hit 100 walls. Every crash just fuels the fight, I'll answer every call. No sleep in sight, I'm living off neon cans. When the code compiles, I'll feel like Superman. Hey, hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with the light. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. I'm spinning around in my makeshift chair, laughing at the ghosts of the bugs that were there. Now that it's fixed, I'm free of despair. Gonna celebrate like I just don't care. Hey, I'm gonna rewrite this all night. Shout at the errors till they're running in fright. On with energy drinks, I'll dance with the light. Cold lines break, but I'm feeling so alive. We're popping every can, we're dancing on our feet. Late night code fixes never tasted this sweet. Screen lights blazing, eyes red and dry. Code flows like fire, hear the fans cry. Type warrior in this digital fight. Night after night, chasing that high. Hands moving fast as they can't keep up. Chat lines scrolling, show no let up. Subs roll in dopamine rush. Paper dreams, pixelated lush. Twitch flame burning bright. Game death till the dead of night.
Hello,
Bottles rolling like
good morning,
thunder.
happy weekend.
We all wonder.
Hope everyone had a good week.
Lines of code shaping worlds unseen. Pixels born from fever dreams. Control-S keeps the
We
heart
are going
alive.
to
Every line makes the screen thrive. Eyes flicker in the low light.
we're gonna dive in here again. No music, no overlay stuffs for our next piece of the tutorial, and then we'll dive right into the pumpkin picking again. Today we want to talk about some of the different variable operations. So we've talked about the variables, Oh, jeez, I'm gonna struggle to pronounce that name. Leuniato. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a wonderful week. But yeah, so we went over the basic variables. We went over the advanced variables. We touched on lists a little bit. Well pronounced, but wrong. I tried. I tried my best. Is it? He said, so it's two names, Liu Niato. Or is it split somewhere different in there? Awesome. Welcome. So yeah, we're going to take a look at a couple of these different nodes. I'm just going to plop a couple of them out here. I don't know where that node went. Start with these guys. And then a lot of the other ones are list operations. We'll talk about those if we have time next. Some of these you've seen me use already in some of the other tutorials that we did. Over here. But yeah, we just want to do a brief overview of some of these operations, how they work, what you can use them for. So if you remember from the basic variables, we had a vector 3, which a vector 3 is an XYZ coordinate, whether that's used for a location or a rotation. Depends on how you use it. But it is a collection of 3 values, an X, Y, and a Z. And we have a break vector 3 node. This break vector 3 node will let you break that vector into the individual numbers for X, Y, and Z. So sometimes you don't need them as a vector, you need an individual value. So you can use the break vector to get your X, Y, and Z. And then if we do something like a write to log node here, we can demonstrate, which is going to segue us very nicely into one of these other nodes, which is the number to string node. We're going to take the X number, convert it to a string, and write to log. We take the Y number, convert it to string, write to log. And take the Z number, write to string, or number to string, and then write to log as well. Now this is not going to write all 3 numbers, unfortunately. This is actually going to be a good example to build into our some of these other variables. So if we look at this write to log, we'll just write down here in the logs. I like to set all of my logs to warning because a lot of the regular logs just get flooded with stuff that we don't have control of. So for example, just starting the game, right, dropped those logs in there. All the UI stuff over there drops logs in there. So I like to set my logs to warning just so I can filter out all that stuff that we don't have control of. Let's just do on start node here to trigger this. We'll see. We got one node. We got 0.00, but we didn't get all three. That just comes down to the nature of events, right? We have three different numbers, but we're only calling write log once. So it's only going to call it with one of these numbers. Which one, really, we would never know in this scenario, which one's being logged out. It's going to be purely based on the order the engine runs, splitting these, and which value was pushed into the right node by the time the event triggered the right node. I have noticed that a lot of times it's different on different runs. You'll see things run one way one time you run it and another way the other time you run it. It's usually related to that. But yeah. So this wouldn't be the best way to try to log out our values. However, what we can do here instead is we have a concatenate string node. Right, a concatenate string node will just combine strings together. So it'll take a string A and a string B and output those two strings together as one string. And then we can also chain the concatenate nodes, right? So the output of that. And then I can add C or Z of X, Y, Z. I can put the output of X and Y combined into A and then add Z to B. Trigger this and then put that combination into the right to log node. Then you'll see we've logged things out. It's not formatted very well, but there is 3 sets of numbers with 2 decimal places each in the log there. And then if you want to take this even further, just organize this up a little bit. If you want to take this up a little bit further, we can do something like vector x. We'll take our x value here. Let's disconnect all of these because we're going to change this part around. Feed this into the A here, which will do something like Y. Did I put a space after the X? Yeah, okay. We'll do a Y. Let's disconnect this. We'll feed Y into this one. And then we'll do Z. I'll feed Z into this guy. And then we'll do one more. Just kind of close out the format. We'll feed that into the log. And hopefully what we should get is a nice pretty printed vector. Probably we want a space before the Z, because we have one before the Y, and I think it looks nicer. So we'll go ahead and do that. Hit play one more time. I didn't save my space for some reason. It sometimes does that if you click out of things. It's also probably excited in the wrong spot. That one shouldn't have a value. Okay. So yeah, now we have a nice, pretty printed vector to string. We're going to just organize this a little bit better. Bring all this stuff together, scrunched up like so. Do like this. And we'll just bring this right node guy right up in here. Just keep it nice and clean. We can see that the nodes connect here, goes all the way down the line here, and then outputs to the right log node. You definitely don't have to organize your nodes the way I organize them. It's really all up to preference. But yeah, that gives us a nice little convert a vector to a string and print it out node. And we're actually going to set that aside because in a future tutorial, we're going to talk about how to convert that into a macro that can be used easily. But that one logic covers our break vector 3 node, our number to string node, and our concatenate string node. So let's see, what else do we have over here? We have get player actor and get player ID. So these are a little bit special because we know we have an actor variable. If this actor is a player and we need to get the player's ID from it, we can use the get player ID node to get the player's ID from that actor. And that just outputs a player ID reference. With an event for onGetPlayerID and onGetPlayerID failed, it will fail to get the player ID if it is not a player actor. And then the getPlayerActor node is basically the opposite of this, in that it takes a player ID and will output a player actor. Again, with the onGetPlayerActor event and the onGetPlayerActor failed event, this one will fail if the player ID does not have an actor, which is a scenario you'll run into. I guess real quick, we have on player spawn events. We have on player join event. On player join is triggered when a player connects to the arc, and you'll notice it gives you a player ID reference, but the player doesn't have an actor yet at this point in the game. On player spawn gives us a player ID and an actor, because once the player's character spawns, now they have a player actor. So it's important to pay attention to when the logic that you're using these is going to run in the game. Is if the player's dead, they're not going to have a player actor. There's other events where they might not have a player actor. So if you're doing logic where you need to get a player actor from a player ID, There's definitely times where the player might not have an actor, so you just have to be aware of those scenarios. Let's see, that leaves us break transform. So break transform is very similar to the break vector, except for it breaks a transform. So we talked about transforms last time as well, or previously as well. A transform is a collection of location, rotation, and scale. So if we break a transform, we get the location vector, the rotation vector, and the scale number. Which we could then take this transform, feed this location into our logic here for logging the vector, and we could log out the location, we could log out the rotation, and then we could log out the scale. So I think when we get into doing macros, we may do just this example. We will convert this to a macro so we can use it multiple times to trigger all the location, rotation, scale, and then we'll make a we'll do a convert vector to string and a convert transform to string macros. Is that demonstration? And then lastly, number to time. We'll convert a number into a time format. So to just give an example of this, let me grab a simple UI. It's not called simple UI, UI text node. Let me delete all this stuff since we're not using it anymore. Then let me just get a number so we can play around with the different numbers. So we're going to feed a number into here, update this value. We're going to set this to on game start, push this number, and we're just going to set this to 10. You can see it's converted it to a number, which is 10 seconds. You have control of that, include seconds, exclude 0 hours. So if we turn that off, and we turn off include seconds, and we hit play, now it's just 0, 0, hours and minutes. We set this to something like 86,400. That should be 24 hours if my math is correct in my head. Maybe it's not. Let's include seconds. Hit play. Let's see what that gives us. It's still giving us zeros across the board. We'll bring this number down. Let's just do 5,000. See what that gives us. There we go. That's given us 1 hour, 23 minutes, 20 seconds. So this could be used if you have like a timer node. We're going to do set length start. And then here we can do remaining time, non-remaining time updated will update the UI. We'll get into the timer nodes a little bit more in a future tutorial. And then you see you just have a countdown. And we can remove the symbol so the plus sign's not there, right? If we don't include the sign, the plus sign won't be at the front. And now we've made a countdown. So that's all the number to time does. It will just convert a number of seconds into a time format so you can display it. Let's see, we have a few more minutes. So if we go back to our variable operations, we briefly talked about lists before. If we look at our lists, if we grab like a string list, we're just going to cover a couple of these. But we have things like add list entry, which will allow us to add values into this list. We have get index from list node. Which we can push the list into that. We can also push I believe a number in here. Or we could set the number. I guess we can't set the number on it. Interesting. But this number would be an index value. So if we know we want index value 1 of this list, we can say just give me whatever value is at index 1. We have get list entry from index node. What's the get index from list node? Get list entry from index node. So get list entry from index node will give us the value of what's at that index. That was my mistake. The get index from list node if I have a string of, say, past, and inside this list of strings there is the value test, this will give me the index value of where that is. And it will give me missing matching list elements and missing target reference value errors. What this will say is if there's no item in the list that matches, it'll give you this error. If there is no reference value, if you don't have a string passed in there, it'll trigger that error. Let's see, get list entry, we covered that. Get list length will tell me how long the list is, how many items I have in that list. So I can get a number. That's interesting. That probably shouldn't be on get list length. That should just be list length.
Welcome to my life.
Final Flame, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. What else do we have? Get list index of, so get list of indices by value. So this is similar to the get index from list node, except for if I did the same thing here and I had multiple indexes that had the string text test in them, it would give me the list of those indexes that have that value. So the get list index or get index from list node will only give you one index. If there are multiple, I believe it'll give you the first one that it finds. Get list of indices will give you every index of every value that matches that from the list. I'll connect that up just so we keep consistency there. Get list length, get list of index, order list node. This will just let you sort the list. You can sort it ascending or descending by whatever values are in there. If you ever need to sort your list, you have your remove list item. So the opposite of add. If you want to add a value, you use the add node. If you want to remove a value, you use the remove node. You can remove by index or by value, or you can just remove the first item. You can remove the last item, depending on how you're using your list. If you're trying to use it as like a queue or a stack, you have those options in here as well. There's a replace list element, which lets you replace a target list element. So if you have, I have a string that I want to replace in here, I can replace it, which is by index. So if I know that at index 1, I want to replace that value, I can do that with replace list element node. And then there was one more in here I skipped, the clear list node, that will clear the list. So if you just need to wipe the whole list and start over, you have that option as well. So there's a whole lot of operators to function with lists. We will definitely get into these a little bit more in depth in future tutorials because lists are very useful. So if it's a bit overwhelming, that's okay. We will get into it a little bit more later on. But yeah, I think that wraps up our tutorial session for the stream. If anyone has any questions they want to ask, feel free to ask throughout the stream. I have no issues with taking a detour from whatever it is that I'm building to answer some questions or prototype something out, whatever. You struggle with certain bits, I mean, by all means, if you ever have questions that you want figured out, bring them up here on stream. You can bring them up in the Discord as well. On stream, I can try to do examples. And try to do some demos of different functionality. Whatever we need to do. Seems a bit complicated. Did you change your name? Trying to confuse me. But just like any other, if you were to learn coding, learning a programming language, anything of that sort, you're never going to understand the whole thing. Bits and pieces of it are always going to be confusing. The more you dive into it and the more things that you learn, more things you start revealing that you didn't even know you didn't know. So it's just like a constant cycle of you learn a little bit more and then realize that there's a whole bunch more that you still don't know. And then you learn a little bit more and then realize there's even more that you still don't know. And it's just a constant loop. So let's see. Let's dive back into here. We can switch back to our normal scene. Get our music going again.
Reflections of a digital ride. Bit by bit battle the bugs.
Alright, so yeah, the intro part I do with no UI, no music, no nothing primarily, so I can cut some of that stuff, edit it out, put it into a video on YouTube, so people can find it easier, and then we get back into the fun stuff. I guess that's fun stuff to me too, but it's all fun. Let me get rid of all of that, because that's not needed anymore. Let's just take a look at where we left off. Alright, so we have our... I really need to fix that, to be honest. We might do that today, because it is definitely spinning off center. And this here is probably going to annoy me about it. Because it's spinning off center, the light that it gives off changes. Do I ever have issues with custom cams? Yours causes a freeze or a glitch. I think there's a lot of issues with custom cams. I mean, this whole scene's a custom camera. I don't remember if you were here on Thursday when we built this out.
Cheering crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen. Every follow fuels the plight. Building worlds out of the night.
But I guess, what do you mean by freezes and glitches?
Twitch, flame, burning bright. Game dev till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wander.
Alright, I think basically what we're gonna do... What did I use to make this? Fence, wood, plank. Okay, we're just gonna rebuild this whole thing.
Balancing the pressure with everything I do. Questions in my mind, am I enough to guide?
It goes black, and you have to restart the game. Interesting. Let's... Alright, so like, if you change stuff like this, I don't think... Yeah, I don't even think their preview shows those. You do kind of have to test that stuff in game, don't you?
Every decision weighs, every hope fulfills, seeing potential in their eyes, lifting up the dreams. But sometimes I wonder what it all really means.
Somehow assumed it would be just putting up an existing asset in the game. You just choose a wall which is already there and put it where you think looks the coolest, but that's not it. I mean, that's part of it. Placing assets is like that. Like, you have a whole asset library. I don't know, you mentioned walls, so building pieces, we'll search for walls. Alright, and you can place a wall. And you can go put a bunch of those walls. Alright, I could go build a bunch of these. Like make a house or whatever. Absolutely, you can do that. But then yeah, you have the whole logic system as well. So you're not just building assets, you're interacting with them, adding player logic, adding things, like whole new functionality, however you want it to be. So let me see if this is let me just activate this camera on start. Not on start. On player spawn. Maybe on player join, actually. It's because I have these in the group with the spinning thing over there. Let's remove these from all of these groups. Alright, so that's our custom camera. And you're saying you alter the POV or angle of the camera, and when you test, it goes black. So if we just like change some stuff here and like rotate the camera down a little bit. I mean, it's definitely possible that there's some bug that you're running into. I'm just going to test something real quick. It's definitely possible to learn. I think Final Flame will tell you here. I think I could be wrong. I have no idea what your background is in anything, but you just got started a few weeks ago and you've already published a couple things. So I really just wanted to test if there's like a certain FOV that causes issues, so I just put it on a loop to change the FOV by 1 every second. That's going to take a long time to get through all of them, so I probably should have done it quicker than a second. I kind of do this at like 0.1 seconds. It's very jarring. Now I'm just curious if I can make that smooth. If I make this like 0.5 instead, does it recognize fractions of values? I mean, it definitely does, but it doesn't transition smoothly at all. I don't think there's anything I can really do. The lowest field of view that it lets me set here is 20. So we'll start this with 20. Yeah, it's still not very smooth. And there's no real way to like transition that either. So that's interesting. Somebody might be able to come up with something interesting with that, but I'm not seeing anything with changing the values that causes the camera to glitch. So it's possible it's some bug that you've found. Alright. So what we need to do is we need to craft our monster. Yeah, no problem. Let's see, animations. I need to find some kind of animation. No. It's some kind of animation that will look like you're doing something on the desk. What do we have? I think this, yeah, that's what we used for carving the pumpkin. Something like that, if he wasn't kneeling, might not be too bad. We unfortunately are pretty restricted on animations. just based on what's available. So unfortunately, it does a lot come down to just finding things that are similar.
Push through the limits, break down every wall, rise above the chaos, hear the victory call. We merge as one, no fear can hold us back. Triumph in the darkness, keeping us on track. We're racing against time, midnight merge tonight. Every line must align, keep the vision in sight. Feel the urgency rise, don't let it tear us apart. Together we stand strong, with one unified heart. The merge is complete, dawn breaks the night. We conquered the tension, stepped into the light.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these might be good, actually. Just put all of these out here. We're going to take a look at them. I don't want any crouching ones.
Lines of code, echoes in a silent night. Isolation tastes like metal on my tongue. My eyes are heavy, but this storm has just begun. Loneliness is creeping in, pounding like a drum.
Thinking I like this one.
Code, but the static still hums. Anxious footsteps tapping in my mind. Desperate for some solace.
Maybe this one.
I'm lost in the swirling storm, coding through the pain. My heart beats amplified, but I can't escape the rain.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of tutorials out there. I do have a few tutorials on my YouTube already. I do have some tutorials from everywhere from last year, which everywhere was the same build tool, so most of those tutorials will translate right into MindsEye. The MindsEye Discord has a few resources in there, but yeah, really it's dive in, play around with the tool, join the Discord, ask questions. There's quite a few people more than willing to help out. So I want to grab this, remove that from there. I think we're gonna go with this one for now. Let's go in here, add this to the group. Switch these two guys. Point to this one instead of that one. Honestly, what we should do, I just do I just remove this guy, there we go. So now I should be able to use that with any animation. Let's go to that guy. Did I leave any out here? No. We want this guy. Here at the desk.
Reality is knocking, it's pounding at my door, but I'll pretend I'm AFK, cause I've got lines of code galore. A fierce rebellion brewing in these glitchy
We need this to be
I'll stay here till morning. Flames. Hey, I'm chasing pixel glory. Forget that laundry pile. Time spent coding is never time defiled. So call me lazy, say I'm stuck in a fantasy phase. I'm building worlds with these lines.
let me think here. We want this.
Nah, I've got dungeons to conquer. Mop the floor.
Uneven update.
I'm a digital rocker. These chores can sit and wait while I chase my source code highs. This self-deprecating madness keeps me feeling so alive.
This is greater than 0.
Hey, I'm chasing pixel glory. Forget that laundry pile. Time spent coding is never time defiled. So call me lazy, say I'm stuck in a
If that's true, we'll activate that. If that's false, that's inactive.
Never wasted days, never wasted days, never wasted days. Ignore the chores, press the key.
See if I can.
Full blaze.
Get all of these on the same grid. I can just organize them. So, just kind of pop these up in the corner here so they're a little out of the way. And then this here is going to get replaced with our stamps, custom, interact volume. This doesn't really need to be perfect. Let's get rid of that trigger. This here, I just want to shrink down to just the size of the table. Right, like so. Then we'll do the same thing here. If this is true, it's on. If it's false, it's off. I can't do the false is off permanently. That's going to have to change. But for now, get my craft ghoul. I don't know what we're gonna call it. On game start, and then we'll just do medium, I think, for now. So that should hopefully give us. So if I come over here right now, nothing. When my pumpkins grow. Yeah, we need to do that. Let's make sure this is working, and then we're gonna fix that. Questioning my every move, I can't afford mistakes. The code's a labyrinth, I'm stumbling through the haze, searching for a reason, praying for some saving grace. The tension in my chest keeps tightening like a vice. I cannot run the panic, can't ignore the sacrifice. Alright, I can pick my pumpkin, pick this pumpkin, pick this pumpkin. This one's almost done. Pick that pumpkin. I carve my pumpkins. Now that I have the one jack-o'-lantern, come over here, and that's there now. So that's working. This here needs to be allow player interaction. And then we'll come work on that later. I really need to fix this. The problem is that I didn't build this on the right axis, I don't think. Let me see. We used I'm teetering on the edge, surrender or resist. I won't let the meltdown own me, even though it's fierce. One of these guys. Cut through every fear, 'cause once the fix appears, I'll feel the chains unwind. I'll emerge from the darkness, clarity redefined. I need release from this chaos. That's the angle it's on right now. I really need it to be more like till the path is in my sight, and when I conquer this beast, at last I'll breathe tonight. No more illusions, no more spiraling inside. The fix is found and I'm finally alive. Something like that. Me. Posters on the basement walls, cords tangled on the floor. We're forging pixel kingdoms behind a creaky door. We're skipping rules and deadlines, running on a wild spree. Every glitch feels like a triumph, sweet rebel energy. Hey, we're building worlds in this messy hideaway. Strumming power chords till the chaos lights our way. Test player madness. Alright, we'll do something like that. Group that. Portal frame half. Used the spray effect. Okay, so that rotation doesn't match this rotation. But put it on the same one. And then I rotate it. That. Start there. Should be able to do this.
Inherited chaos, tangled in my mind. Old projects left behind, shadows I can't find. Every line of memory, every bug a scar. Struggling with the past, wondering who we are.
That one sprays that way, 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 and they're all uniformly positioned. I'll do like this. That how many I did? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. 12 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we take this. I need this position better. So let's bring this as low as we can. Can't tell if that's even. A Magi. Am I making a windmill? I guess sort of.
Sweat drips on the keyboard, fingers numb and sore. Mind's a battlefield, fighting demons at the core. Every line I write feels like a battle won, but the war inside
Yeah, something's way off about that.
in the silence of the night, I hear my heart cry, seeking solace in the shadows, wondering why. Can't break these chains of endless toil and pain, yearning for the sunlight to feel whole again. I'm drowning in the darkness, can't find my way out. Every breath is heavier, filled with doubt. Longing for a moment, a place to breathe. Burnout's laments, I need to leave.
That's much better.
Breaking through the shadows, tearing down the walls.
See if I can grab
From the ashes, answering the call. Sweet
this light,
burnout's grip, finding all
this light.
seeking out the solace, chasing inner peace.
Out of this guy.
Darkness, finding my way out. Every breath feels lighter, shedding doubt. Embracing every moment, learning to believe. Burnout's laments, I found my reprieve. I faced the shadows and found the light.
Let's just go here. Portal lighting. I can just do like that, and then just grab them both as one here. Those right in the center there. So. And then here.
Lines of light across the screen. Your voice is spark.
Add the lights to that group. What else do we have here? Oh.
Always takes a name. Code and sacrifice. You gave it all away. Burned into the night.
Let's do like this. Group. Frame boards. Visibility.
I still survive.
Let's do the same thing here.
All you tore apart.
Group. Frame boards.
Inside my heart, I still hear you in the haze. Your ghost is guiding through the maze. Code and sacrifice. You gave it all away. Burned into the
This here is everything. This should just be called like portal or something. Let's position this. Let's grab this one and just delete it. You saw my pumpkins growing? I'm very happy with my pumpkins growing.
You lit the dark, but
So hopefully, that's not what I want that to do. That does not look good at all. This needs to rotate on the x-axis, not the y-axis, because we've changed it. Red Dead Redemption RP. You can't really see it from down here. See, that's kind of the effect I want, sort of. But when you get too close to it, it all just kind of blurs together. So I'm wondering if that's just because the lights are too bright.
Brackets stray semicolons all night long. Each error feels like a shadow creeping on my pride. Debugging in the darkness, nowhere left to hide.
He opened it, got super tired, and fell asleep on the couch. Yeah, that's alright, it happens sometimes. I don't have a way to trigger this right now. Slots and Daggers came out yesterday though, so you did play through that. Nice.
Late nights in coffee cups, battling the strain. Feeling every mistake.
Just gonna put my trigger volume back for now. Put it over here on enter. I'll activate the gate just so I can test how this is working, how it looks. I wonder. Rotate this. Yeah, see, that's gonna break. I mean, I guess I use world space here. Angle this more this way. What does this look like? That's what I was afraid of.
A new day's begun. Stepping into the unknown, lines of code before my eyes. Syntax like a puzzle, dreams tangled in disguise. Every keystroke's a question, every bug's a fear. Facing endless possibilities, but the path's unclear. the chaos of a digital dream? Can I navigate the sea, find my way to shore, or drown in the uncertainty, forever wanting more? Hello world inside my head, I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true. Nervous energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise.
Let's try that. It's slightly off. Oh, I didn't change.
Through the darkness, searching for the light. Errors in my pathway, pushing through the night. Every challenge that I face fuels the fire within.
This back to not use world space.
Coding begins. In the silence of creation, doubts begin to fade. Embracing every moment, every choice I've made. From the first hello to the lines that intertwine. Building worlds within my mind, one step at a time.
It's spinning pretty fast.
With every line I write, I'm
So if we make that take longer to spin, it'll spin slower.
energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise. Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the doubt. Embracing every moment, letting courage flow. We smash these walls of fiction, our confidence ignites. Breaking free with all we have, this is our fight tonight. Hello world inside.
I would like to see at what point
With every line I write, I'm finding something true. Nervous energy
I feel like it's not slowing down at all, to be honest.
on this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise. Hello world, I'm here to stay.
Yeah, there's definitely something wonky there.
Yeah, I clock out at 5, but I'm only getting started. Dead eyes from the grind, my passion's uncharted. My code's on fire, though my soul feels drained. I'm a walking contradiction, see the midnight flames. Keep pushing, keep building. The day job's got me locked, I can't ignore the call. But my midnight hustle rise, I'm tearing down these walls. Fatigue in my veins, self-doubt in my mind. Yet I grip the dream tighter, cause it's all on the line. I'm breaking through midnight, meltdown turning into light. All this burnout can't contain my will to fight. I'll shatter every demon screaming in my ear. Heavy wrist behind me, my purpose is clear. Flickering screens in the early AM. Deadlines loom and still I chase them. Zombie mode eyes, but I'm coding for the thrill. Hustling for the future, forging worlds with my skill. Every maybe in my head tries to cut my flow, but I spit these bars for the dream I won't let go. Burn it up, burn it down. Day job, midnight ground. Nerves strung tight like cables on the edge. Frustration fuels the chaos, but I make my pledge. I'm breaking through midnight, meltdown turning into light. All this burnout can't contain my will to
Make sure this is
shatter every demon screaming in my ear.
pointing to the right thing.
Behind me, my purpose is clear.
Okay.
I see the sunrise creeping, but my spirit's still strong. No time for regrets, I've been chasing this too long. When the noise in my head tries to bury me again, I'll remember this anthem and rise above the din.
And then let's see if we can get...
Meltdown turning into light. All this burnout can't contain my will to fight. I'll shatter every demon
I don't know if I can
screaming in my ear.
somehow click on the other light without doing that.
Job at dawn, dream job by night. I keep on coding till I get it right.
I would like it to be more purpley. I wish how it looked when I zoomed in there was just how it looked all the time.
A broken line straight from my heart. Static fills the space where I should be. The signal fades, but it carries me. Wounded signal, can you hear my call? I'm still alive, though I feel so small. Every fracture
Well, pumpkin patch.
a code beneath my skin. I'm breaking down, but I can't let go. I'm still a spark in the undertow. Wounded signal, can you hear my call? I'm still alive.
Okay. That brings the purple out a little bit more.
Every fracture bleeds into the night, but I'm still reaching for the light. If I fade, will you reach?
Still need to fix some of the camera there, but
Remember me if I break. Was
I think that's looking pretty good.
wounded signal, can you hear my call? I'm still alive, though I feel so small. Every fracture bleeds into the night, but I'm still reaching for the light.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And we'll add some like flourishes to it later on when we're on the polish stage. Here, what we need is on interact node.
I saw bugs in my code. It's still not gonna compile when I run it on Monday.
This will
It breaks.
trigger when the player interacts with this animation.
I'll be bugging all week.
An interaction started.
To relax.
We turn that off.
Detox. Without
So we have the whole interact volume, but because of the way interact with animations works,
have you still not built
we don't really use the events from the interact volume. We use
for a fight? Hidden well in my
the event when they interact with the animation, and this is just there for the UI text of it.
There's confusion indeed, and as night fades to day, still no way to debug. Cause I lost that on Monday.
Let's see, we want a health bar.
Bugs from below, ripping my soul, draining the runtime
guess the rotation of it doesn't matter because it's based on which way you're looking at it. Anyways, so I just kind of want to something like that's probably fine. We're gonna do. We did a timer over here. I'm pretty sure we did a timer node over here. We're gonna refactor that at some point to not do a timer. And the reason for that is reason for that is we want a smoother health bar. And the timer only updates once per second, which means we get 1 tick per second, which means it takes chunks out of the health bar. We don't want that. Here we got the interacting character actor. Block player movement. When it's stopped or aborted, we'll unlock the player movement. Unstarted. I'm gonna just kind of create like this delay. We're gonna do a number. I'm gonna do an add. This number is going to feed our current health. We need another number that's going to be our max health. However, it's going to be a little bit higher. We'll just push that out on game start. We're just going to add 0.1 each time. No, we're going to add 1, which is the equivalent of 0.1. Then we're going to do a less than this value, which is our maximum value. A branch. That's true. We just triggered the delay again. So we haven't reached our value. If it's false, that will be our animation's done. Should be able to do interact node. Interacting character actor, interacting character, interacting object actor. Feed those into here. If this is false, stop the interaction. I need to hide the health bar. And for the purposes of testing, I'm not going to care. It's going to be active no matter what. Why is my animation not active? Something here is not working correctly. Let me just disconnect that for a second. See if that's the issue. Why was that moving so slow? My delay's on 1 second instead of 0. It was supposed to be. So that gives me a much smoother progress bar.
Suffocating, I'm drowning in the loop, my own regrets will say every misstep, every moment that I let slip away, echoes in the silence, haunting me night and day. I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for light, hoping to rewrite the past, to make these wrongs feel right. From endless loops of sorrow, I'm yearning to break free, a newfound resolve. Me free.
This.
I'm running circles, trapped by code that's twisting up my soul. Spending my life behind this screen instead of reaching a goal.
So aside from this,
but now I'm stepping forward, done repeating what I've said. Guilt can be a burden, yet it's also a sign. It's calling you to wake up, to redraw the line. Let the tears lead to healing, let your heart realign. There's still a chance to mend the days you left behind. I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for light, hoping to rewrite the past, to make these wrongs feel right. From endless loops of sorrow,
I think I need to do something like that to reset those.
I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for a light, hoping to rewrite the past.
Should
to make
have.
these wrongs feel right. From endless loops of sorrow, I'm finally breaking free. A newfound resolve inside me.
Okay, I know why it's not.
I've laid my guilt to rest, to start again at dawn. No more loops to bury me. I'm ready to move on. From the first line of code to the heights we've reached, every challenge faced, every lesson preached. Climbing up the ladder, yet the sky's the limit. Endless path before us, every step is vivid. Looking back on all we've done, the miles we've crossed, but the journey's just begun. There's no line we've lost.
I just want to check over here real quick. Alright, it's on off for the health bar. Connect these, so and then on interaction started, on interaction stopped, off. And I need it to just be off by default. Do I have anything in here? I don't think so. So let me just grab on start node. Make sure it's off by default.
We can have it all. Pushing past the limits, soaring through the night, embracing every moment, shining ever bright. Infinite potential, our spirits intertwine. Endless possibilities, forever we'll define. Infinite potential, shining in our eyes. Boundless opportunities, reaching for the skies.
Perfect. Then if I just do something simple like say that, get rid of that box trigger volume. And when this finishes, perfect. So we just need to tie in the logic for removing the jack-o'-lantern and adding the fear.
journey never ends. Endless dreams await. Nights blend into mornings, eyes bloodshot from the screen. Chasing every bug that haunts the code, living in between. Personal demons whisper, trying to pull me under. But I'm here, sleepless devotion, fighting through the thunder. Lines of code like tangled thoughts, loops I can't escape. Every error message echoes the mistakes I make. But in the darkness there's a spark that keeps me holding on. Through the sleepless nights I'm forging till the dawn.
Alright, so yeah, we'll have to add in our subtracting and adding of the pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and all that stuff. So I have all of these nodes. This guy, and this guy, this, cool crafting station. Then we just collapse that logic so it's not. Clogging everything up. So this should be did we get player ID? This is never being activated anymore. What we want to do is expand that logic. I just don't collapse the logic. Feed that into there.
Late nights under flickering lights, chasing every bug. Lines of code entangled, feeling like a tug. Debugging through the chaos, fighting through the strain. Every error message echoes my persistent pain.
I don't think that's... What am I expecting with the new update next week? I think we're gonna get a lot of really neat stuff for building. So that gives me the -1 jack-o'-lantern. I know they've teased a few things in the Discord of some really exciting things. The ability for us to spawn stamps with logic is going to be huge. That's one of the things they teased in the Discord. The previews that they showed were like the movement, rotation nodes, and like the stamp spawners and things like that to have previews of what they're going to look like are going to be really neat.
Through every hurdle faced, I went the length. Now the code is flawless, the vision clear. A milestone achieved, overcoming fear. Finally, it compiles, everything aligns. A breakthrough build, crossing all the lines.
Some of the stuff they're changing with how the macro nodes work and adding stuff to the macros is going to be really, really helpful. So I think we're going to get a whole lot of quality of life improvements for build mode. I have no idea what to expect for like performance improvements, if they're adding new missions or anything like that. Hopefully.
Answering the call, celebrating every victory, every climb. This breakthrough build marking our time. Finally, it compiles, everything aligns. A breakthrough build, crossing all the lines. From the depths of struggle.
Alright, so now I just need to figure out why this breaks. It has something to do with
We built our dreams, now they come alive. With every line perfected, we continue to thrive.
oh no. I feel like I didn't really do anything special there.
Lost progress to darkness. Never getting your time back. No time we fall into darkness. Cold roll back. Cost of time spent suffering.
Can I just move this over here?
Take your time. Consider before you commit. Back from the dark abyss. To die is to live. Cold roll back.
On start, gets the actor's location. My guess is that this get actor location is happening after.
The monitor's flashing red, my heart's on overload. Every crash feels like heartbreak, but I can't let go.
Let me see what we're getting for the
Coding on a
Spectre.
shaky thread, errors piling up so high I'm losing my head. Hey, I'm on a bug hunt, chasing down this code, patching it together so it doesn't explode. Laughing through the drama, raging at the glitch. I'll piece it back together with my big sloppy fix. I'm rewriting lines in panic. Duct tape solutions galore. Heart's racing like it's heartbreak. Can't handle one crash more. Caffeine's fueling my meltdown, comedic rage in tow. I'll smash 1,000 keys until I've won the show. Each failure's just a step on this patchwork ride. I'm band-aiding my heartbreak, can't hide my pride. We're almost there, one more fix to survive. Then this sloppy patch will finally go live. Hey, I'm on a bug hunt, chasing down this code. Patching it together so it doesn't explode.
Need my pumpkins to grow faster. I mean, it's getting a value that's not zeros. I'm just concerned that the
build's running hot, I'm holding my breath. Every line's on trial, standing up to the test.
that for some reason it's getting the value that's below the map and then just moving it more below the map. Oh no, it's there. It's pushing me under the map because I can't have that disable it and have it turn that off. Where's... I'm gonna bring that back in here. Disabling that.
Seconds tick like bombs, the pressure's suffocating. I'm drowning in the loop, my own regrets pulsating. Every misstep, every moment that I let slip away echoes in the silence, haunting me night and day. I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for a light, hoping to rewrite the past, to make these wrongs feel right.
We're gonna have to figure something out for that. Disabling that. Well, essentially, we need to enable it anytime you have enough jack-o'-lanterns, but when we disable it, actually probably what we should do is maybe we can keep it this way. If we don't update the jack-o'-lantern count until you're done, which is probably more accurate anyways. So let's see, it's not there. Can't do anything. We're gonna test this, then we're probably gonna wrap things up here for today. Just need my pumpkins to grow. Carve one of these. That's floating on the table, so I need to fix that. See how this one just kind of like is chunky? Doesn't move smooth? That's why we changed the way we did it over here. Now I can craft. And when it's done,
Bring me to life.
now I can't interact with anymore. If I come over here and make another jack-o'-lantern,
Every word's a weapon aimed my way, but I won't bow, I won't
pick that up.
obey. The static screams, but I cut through. I'll build the world they said I'd lose. Through the chaos.
You've been lurking? No worries. Just in time for me to wrap things up for today. But this is mostly working. Like, there's some polish we need to do here.
Becomes my choice. Can't erase what I've become.
We remade our portal up there.
Cracks in the
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, now I just need the ability to start spending the fear points that you get, which is going to be basically your upgrade points. So you'll be able to come over here and buy another pumpkin patch. And we'll go from there. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up for today. Everyone that came out, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed what we're doing here. We'll be back on Tuesday evening. So yeah, don't forget to hit that follow button so you can get the notifications. Hey, no worries, Trench. You guys all have a good rest of your weekend. I'll catch you guys all on Tuesday. Bye.